What up, Dokkaners? If you had to choose between the Orange Piccolo Beast Gohan summons and the New Year's Step Up summons, which one would you choose? If you chose one, you can't do the other. So if you had to choose, would it be the New Year's Step Up or the superhero banners? The answer might be different depending on who you are. And I think for the first time, ever since the New Year's Step Up has been a thing, there is a valid argument against summoning for the New Year's Step Up in favor of the Beast Gohan Orange Piccolo. So let's just jump in and discuss the pros and cons about this whole situation. I'm sure you guys have a lot to say, so feel free to share your own thoughts in the comments down below. I haven't yet caught up on the comments from previous videos. It's been a very crazy holiday season for me, so I'll definitely be catching up. So if you've said stuff in other videos that I've simply missed, feel free to share it again here, and let's everyone know what you have to say. So I think that in 2022, with how insane it's been, there is actually a valid argument to skip the New Year's Step Up and summon for the Beast Gohan Orange Piccolo, and we're going to explain why. When it comes to the New Year's Step Up, I've always said this and I'll say this again. If you are a new player, you have the most to gain from this series of banners, because this is basically a nod to the entire year that has been in Dokkan up to a certain point. Usually the cutoff is around like October, September-ish of that year. So from that point to 12 months before, all of the Dokkan Festival TORs and Legendary LRs in the mix have all been integrated into this banner. That's a pretty wide net. So if you're somebody who doesn't summon for any of these banners, if you're someone who is brand new to the game, then you have a lot to gain, because it'll basically catch you up, or it gives you the opportunity to summon and potentially catch up on some of the units that you might have missed throughout the various months, throughout the various celebrations. And like I said, the newer of a player you are, the more you have to gain, because there's going to be less units that you're going to potentially summon and be like, oh wait, I already have that, right? So if you've summoned more, then you're going to be getting less, because you might have a higher chance of repeats. You might have a higher chance, like for someone like me who summons on every single banner and rainbows almost every single unit, the chances of me summoning on this banner and pulling something I've never had before, or pulling even a unit that I need to rainbow a character, are going to be very, very low. So you can basically take that example and stretch it all the way down to someone who is either a month in or 6 months in. The person who's 6 months in is likely not to get the same experience as someone who's a month into the game. Actually, let me know in the comments if you have started playing Dokkan this October of 2022. If you started playing Dokkan from October or later, I want to see who you guys are in the comments. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the new Dokkanners out there who have jumped into this game. I want to see how many of you guys are in the comments section. But that is basically the entire premise behind this. Not only that, but 2022 has been the year of the 200% leader skill. In this new batch that we're likely going to be getting for the New Year's Step Up, there's about 11 characters here. 5 of them are 200% leads. Majin Vegeta, Golden Week Cell and Goku, Ginyu, and Raditz. By the way, folks, for those of you who noticed, in my last video, I didn't have Ginyu in the list. That's my bad. I literally just deleted him by mistake. That's all. So these characters are all 200% leads. The other remaining 6 are still serviceable characters. The Super Saiyan 3, Kid Buu, the Super Vegeta 17, 18. They're fantastic characters. These guys are all great, and they will all add incredible value to your different teams. But in terms of the year that was 2022, we saw 16 or 17 200% leader skills release in the form of Carnival LRs or Dokkan Festival units. So let's take a look at these. We got Majin Vegeta, Golden Week Goku, Golden Week Cell, Ginyu, 7-year LRs. We had Raditz, worldwide download, 4 LRs in total. We had 2 Carnivals, right? And we had 2 Dokkan Festivals. We had Pan, Int, Resurrection F Blues. We had Gamma 1, Gamma 2, and Trunks and Vegeta. That's a lot of 200% leads right there. Now, leading isn't everything. You obviously want units that have a wide range of abilities, for synergy, for links, and all that stuff. So it's not like you must just have these characters, but if you have dabbled in some of these banners, then you know what it's like to have some of the most powerful characters in the game. You know what it's like to run teams with these more potent leader skills. And as Dokkan continues to evolve, we will see more and more 200% leads, making the older leader skills less and less relevant. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to tell you that all of these characters are useless. That is absolutely not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that as we continue to move forward into the new era of 200% leads, the older leader skills become less and less valuable, even with their EZAs. For example, the STR Cooler, one of the best EZAs in the game, is a fantastic unit inside and out. But the problem is the leader skill doesn't hold a candle to some of the other 200% leads that we have out there. And that will continue to become even more the case as we move more and more into the 200% meta. There's not going to be any more Dokkan Festival units that release with 170%. There's a reason for that. they know people don't want to summon for that anymore. So when you are summoning on the New Year step up, just remember that you are summoning for the unit's abilities and skill set more so than the leader skill. The leader skill is still a viable thing, but it's only going to become less and less valuable over time. And ultimately, the goal here, folks, is to get the best bang for your buck, the best deal possible. So if a major component of the unit's kit starts to lose value over time, that does ultimately impact the value of the summons. So what I'm trying to say is, if you're a brand new player, you still have a ton to gain from these summons. But if you're someone who has been around since the 7-year anniversary, if you're someone who's been around since the worldwide download celebration, or perhaps Golden Week earlier this year, if you've summoned on some of these other banners, you already know what it's like to house some of the more powerful combinations, some of the more powerful categories, some of the more powerful teams, and thus you probably want to be keeping within that same space. So to that end, I would advise that anyone who's been around since the 7-year worldwide to summon on the Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo first. Let's not forget, this is a joint banner with Global and JP. This is the newest iteration of Dragon Ball's IP. This is the newest banner on Dokkan. This is a New Year's first where Global and JP are experiencing the same hype at the exact same time. When these units are going to come back will probably be just as insane as the worldwide download release. Every single year, the worldwide download release for Global is horrible because number one, it comes up right after the anniversary, but then also it takes basically almost a full year for those units to come back. So if you're somebody who's bleeding from all of your summons on the yearly anniversary, then you're like crawling your way through the worldwide download celebration. You're probably not going to have too many summons in there, but then you're like, okay, you know what? I'll get them when they come back. They don't come back for like 8 months, dude. 8 or 9 months. That's a long time. JP, after the worldwide download, only have like 3 or 4 months to worry about until they get them coming back during the anniversary. So it's a very different prospect for Global. So in that same light, for the Beast Gohan Orange Piccolo summons, we don't know when they're going to be coming back for either version, but whenever they do, you can almost guarantee that JP will get it first, Global will get it much, much later. So that's another thing to consider. These units are going to be transcendent, they're going to be very powerful, they're going to be very good, but also when are they going to come back? So is it worth subjecting yourself to wait that long in favor of getting a whole bunch of older units who, yeah, may fill out your roster, but don't have that same level of hype as the new units will do? That's something to consider. So like I said, if you're new, yes, this is worth it. It's worth the cost of doing this because you have so much other stuff to enjoy in Dokkan that not acquiring Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo will probably have a less of an impact on you because you are jumping into a whole new world of Dragon Ball. You have a million different story events, a million levels in quest mode, a million Dokkan events. You will be going through the growing pains of Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, Legendary Goku event, all these different things. You're probably not going to care so much about not having the Beast Gohan and the Orange Piccolo. But if you're somebody who's already had a couple of months experience in the game, you're probably already to the point where you kind of understand why people are getting hyped up for this or getting hyped up for that. And while you still may have some more content to catch up on, it might mean a little bit more to you to notice your friends having all of these new shiny units and you not having the means to summon for them as well. So if you are one of those people who has a couple of months experience in Dokkan or more than that, which is why I'm saying the cutoff is either the 7-year or the worldwide download. If you've been around for either one of these, then you should prioritize the Beast Gohan summons because you're going to be getting some really powerful units. And also you get to be in on the major hype and the experience with everybody else. We don't even know what the featured SSRs are going to be. I made a video speculating what it could potentially be. I have the predictions at 81% for the Gammas, 25% for the worldwide downloads. I know that this is a crazy hot take, I know, but I really feel like since this is the first joint celebration that Global and JP has had since the worldwide download, it would be kind of fitting to have them come back. And I know that this is kind of weird because Global or JP is supposed to be getting them next month during the anniversary, but I feel like this could actually be a very good surprise for both versions to get them sooner. So, you know, depending on whoever we get on these featured lists, this banner could be so good that most of you might even say, you know what, forget this New Year's step up. Who cares, man? I know this is good value, but dude, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. We don't know who the banner is going to be. We don't know the rest of the featured SSRs. Who knows? What if they bring back the 7 years and the worldwide downloads? How crazy would that be? Also, once again, a reminder for the New Year's step up, it's 200 Dragon Stones through one cycle. And then if you want to go through all 3, that's going to be 600 total Dragon Stones. So remember that, keep that in the back of your mind, depending on who you are based on what I've said here. If you agree and you're going to be trying to prioritize the Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo summons, perhaps you could save 200 Dragon Stones just to go through one cycle of the New Year step up, maybe not all three. Also, remember the New Year step up banner will not go away for one whole month. So whenever it does release, it'll take about a month for it to go away. So you have some time. So if you want to first summon for the Beast Gohan, experience the events with the new unit, then once you've had enough enjoyment, excitement, then you can be like, you know what? All right, let me save some stones. Let me do some more summons on the New Year step up before it goes away. And boom, problem solved. You fix all your problems. So hopefully this has been some useful advice for you. Hopefully you guys have been able to find your souls, find yourselves in deciding which banner to summon on first. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments, which banner would you summon on first, depending on who you are? What do you think is the best course of action for a new player? What do you think is the best course of action for an experienced player? What's the cutoff, do you think? And how excited are you for the Beast Gohan and the Orange Piccolo banner? Which one do you think is going to be better? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future and click the notification bell so that you just know I want to see more of my stuff. Go ahead. Did I just ramble out nonsense? I don't know what that was. I'm just excited. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Bye-bye.